Good morning, YouTube. I say good morning. I think it'll end up being afternoon or evening by the time I edit this video and send it into the internets. I finished my 120,000 miles with Roehl 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. The app's still showing 119,000 miles. It lags for 2 weeks for some reason. Yeah, this video is about my 120,000 miles. Little housekeeping first. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you want to use me as a referral when applying to Roehl, use the referral link in the description. They don't go by word of mouth. So you have to use the link if you want to split the money with me. And when I say split the money, if you are an experienced driver, it's $1,500. So that's $750 for you, $750 for me. If you go through the GYCDL program, that's $250. So that's $125 for you, $125 for me. And if you have your CDL and you're coming to Roehl, it's $150. So that's $75 for you, $75 for me. I do split the money with you. I've already sent a lot out. There's 2 people right now that I can't get in touch with. Those 2 people are Andrew Hagerstorm and Jeffrey Gonzalez. If you are either of those people, reach out to me either on here or shoot me an email, because I've got the first $100. The first $100 came through because they split everything up. So the first $100 came through, so I need to send both of you $50. I think Andrew, who was on the top? Andrew, yours just came through last week. Jeffrey, yours came through a couple weeks ago. So yeah, reach out to me. I'll send you $50 real quick through Zelle. Aaron just completed his whole $250. We got that cleared up last week too. Again, they do not do word of mouth. So if you're wanting to, I mean, you're not gonna, it's free money. If you don't use my code, you're not gonna get anything. You don't use somebody else's code if you don't want to use mine. It's free money though, so why not just click the link when you apply. Another thing, winter is coming, and it's coming quick. It is supposed to be 27 degrees here tonight. Thankfully, I've already got all my stuff purchased and either with me or it's sitting at the terminal in Gary right now for me to pick up. Only thing I'm waiting on is new winter gloves. I still have some from last year. By the way, if y'all order from that safety gloves website that I was talking about last year, order one size up, because if you order your normal glove size, it's gonna be like tight on your hand, and you need a little bit of air cushion in there to keep your hands warm. So what I've been doing is getting 2 pairs of whatever glove I'm using. That way I can use one outside while it's cold, and I can have the other one in here on the dashboard warming up. And I switch them out about halfway through securing or unsecuring or whatever, just to keep my hands warm. And then the jacket, as far as work jackets, go to Walmart, get you one of these. They got gray, black, that brown Carhartt color. They're $30. Get a size above what you normally get, because you can wash it, and once you dry it, it's going to shrink a little bit. So yeah, go in there, try it on, get a size above what fits you, because it will shrink. Right now I'm in Tomah, Wisconsin, doing a super load. It's my very first super load. It's me and another driver, Jim. He's a pretty cool dude. We've been here since Friday, Sunday now, and we're supposed to be leaving sometime tomorrow. These things are freaking huge. 16.5 foot tall, 13 wide, and 55 long. It's pretty interesting. We both have a lead car and a chase car. I like it though. This RGN fleet is nice, very nice. So this week I'm fresh off of home time. Picked up the kiddo. Played ping pong with him for the first time ever somehow. And at least that's what he told me. I could have swore we've already played ping pong before. But I was going to do another video about my meal prepping, but left one of my cameras in the truck, and it would have been a crappy recording, so I wasn't able to do it. So, which I think I told one of y'all last week that I was putting out a video last weekend, so sorry about that. But I'm gonna be doing that this weekend. I should be resetting in Gary. I'm gonna go over to my girlfriend's house and do a little cooking show for y'all. But oh, I'm not supposed to be talking about my personal life according to some of y'all. Well, you can kiss my So the 120,000 miles. It really, I still don't. I'm trying to think of something bad to say, but I'm drawing a blank. So from start to finish, I guess the GYCDL program did a good job. They gave me the basics of what I needed, and then going out with my trainer for 3 weeks. He gave me that little bit more that I needed to bring up my confidence to, be by myself. And then the first week out by myself was a little hectic. Had some anxiety issues there, but it was mainly parking at night. Now it was parking, like understanding that after a certain time, depending on what part of the state you're in, you're gonna be capped and make a spot, because just everybody has already taken up all the spots. So now I'm still paying for parking every now and then. Right now with these super loads, we're so freaking big that we take up multiple spots, and we're too long to stay in one spot by ourselves. So we're at this quick trip in Toma. It's actually a pretty nice quick trip, by the way. I had some of their biscuits this morning, and they were delicious. So if you're ever in the Toma area, stop by this quick trip. It's pretty nice. But yeah, parking. I feel like parking is the biggest anxiety factor out of everything. Oh, speaking of, so I don't remember where I was. I was somewhere in Michigan. I had to use the bathroom really. I had to pee really, really freaking bad. So I think I was crossing over into Wisconsin from Michigan. I was coming from Minnesota to Wisconsin. Anyway, I ended up pulling over at a rest stop. I park, put myself on brake, jump out the truck. I'm walking in, and this other trucker, I'm walking pretty fast. I gotta pee. He's like walking with me, and he's walking pretty fast too. So I'm like, man, he's got to pee too. But he's talking to me as we're walking in. Usually we have to walk a pretty good ways in rest stops because of truck parking. So I'm like, he must have to pee too. But he's talking to me. He's a pretty nice guy and everything. So we get into the bathroom. I go straight for a urinal. He goes straight for the stalls. Man, it sounded like the 7 demons of hell was coming out of that man.
Oh God, here it comes!
Oh my God. Whew. It was crazy. I'm peeing and I'm sitting there trying not to laugh at poor buddy. There were sounds
Oh, hot, 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 hot.
that I've never heard before. It was a little scary. So I finished my business, came back out to the truck, and then by the time I was leaving, I did my safety check, and he was coming back out.
Yeah, I'm good.
So he survived. I don't know how he survived, but my God. Woo! One of the biggest takeaways from this past year, and which I feel like is probably one of the more important things, is, and this is gonna sound super corporate, but here we go. It's the sense of community. Oh God, that was a little spit bubble. Yeah. The sense of community, at least I feel with Roehl, whether you're at a terminal, hashing it up with the people in the laundry room or the driver's lounges, or you're at a truck stop. Roehl is the only company that you'll see every now and then. I feel like, could be wrong, it's happened before in the past, but we group together at truck stops like a bunch of freaking psychos. Even here the other night, there were, and I made a Facebook post about this. Jim and I got here, and then I went inside to take a shower, and by the time I got back out, there was another flatbedder beside me, and then the new Fallen Heroes truck that looks pretty badass, I might say. He's a trainer. He was parked by the flatbedder. We grouped together, parked by each other at truck stops, and I've never seen any other company do that. But every now and then you'll see like a group of us together. That doesn't mean we're getting out and having a party or anything. I guess we just park by each other because we know that we won't get hit. But yeah, you can go into any terminal and there will be somebody there that'll talk to you and teach you stuff. You can ask questions without judgment. Yeah, he'll give you tips and tricks. Yeah, it's pretty which is a good feeling, you know, because we're out. It might be because we're out here by ourselves all the time. We're dying to talk to somebody. I don't know, that might be it. But yeah, I mean, even with the bigger fleets like Schneider and Werner and old Swifty, and even TMC, I don't ever really see them grouped together at truck stops or anything. Just old rally boys and girls doing it. It feels nice. Feels nice. Let me get back on track though. So once you get over figuring out, you know, what areas of the country have poor parking, what areas of the country have, you know, you don't have to worry about parking, your anxiety significantly drops. By the time you get out of GYCDL and done with your trainer, you got a pretty good grasp on how to secure stuff. Between that and the job aids in the app, which tell you how to secure everything, that part's pretty easy. You know, every now and then you're gonna run into a disgruntled forklift driver or somebody in the shipping or receiving office that doesn't feel like paying attention to you. No point in getting upset about that. It's gonna happen. But as far as Roehl, I started out with Eric. He was a great fleet manager. Eric and Evan. Eric taught me a lot of stuff. You have to listen to these people because they're trying to help you. Because I'm pretty sure they get paid off of our performance, or they get like a bonus structure off of our performance. Regardless, they're trying to help you. Most of them try to help you. And then I switched to Brian. Brian was a good guy. And then when I switched to RGN, I got old Dave. Dave and I get along great. We work well together. Between Dave and Bob, Sam, Mike, the four of us, I think we work very well together. Just do your job and you won't have a problem. And I know there's tons of people out there that are like, oh, I mean, I posted on Facebook a few weeks ago, whenever I completed my 120,000, that I was finished, and immediately I got like a bunch of comments like, oh, when you leaving, where you going, blah 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 blah. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm happy right now. It's I don't think anybody will ever find a perfect workplace. There's always going to be issues everywhere. It's what you make out of it. You just got to have a positive mindset. Everybody's going to have their bad days. You just take it with a grain of salt and keep moving forward. But they've been great with home time. When I say I want to go home, they get me there. Most of the time they get me there early, and I just run local stuff, which I kind of like, because when you do local stuff, you get a lot more exercise. It's a pain sometimes, and you're like, God, if I have to do one more freaking lumber tarp today, I'm gonna freak. But just suck it up and do it. You get the exercise out of it. You sleep good that night. It gives you a chance. So let's say you join the GYCDL program, you sign your contract, you got 120,000 miles due. So you pretty much know you're going to be around a year. You know how much you're going to be getting paid for that year. But if you get on that scorecard plan, I think it's I'm going to get this wrong. I think it's the My Choice pay plan or performance pay plan. I think it's performance pay plan. Anyway, you can get raises every quarter through that thing, and a hell of a bonus too. My first bonus after my first quarter was like $1,400 or $1,500, I think it was, and I got a 9 cent per mile raise. That's coming out the block, which I have nothing to compare it to, but I feel like it was pretty good. I was at level 10, level 10, and then I switched fleets, and it doesn't work in the RGM fleet because we're slow. You know how much you're going to bring in every month, and if you're not bringing in enough a month, you can step it up a little bit and get more miles, or if you're complacent with where you are, you can stay where you are or dial it back a little bit. I don't know. I think it's pretty nice how they got it set up. And the more, like, if you get your TWIC and your passport and your hazmat, what's the other one? No, I think that's it. I went ahead and got all my endorsements though, and I think everybody else should go ahead and get them too. The tests take 5 minutes to do, and as long as you read the manual, they're pretty easy to take. So it took me, I kept my very first trip sheet, and the mileage on it was 157,000. Yeah, 157,000 and like 4 miles or something like that. So whenever I got up to 277,000 miles, I was done. It took me exactly 1 year and 3 days. I picked this truck up October 16th or 17th of last year, and I hit 277,000 miles at October 20th or 21st of this year. So year and a few days. And that was doing flatbed and RGN. So if you're thinking about doing drive-in or reefer, I feel like you should be able to do it in 10 or 11 months. Probably closer to 11. I don't drive fast. Well, I mean, you can't drive fast in here. I'm usually a stickler on my 10-hour resets and burning up my clock for the whole day as far as driving goes. Every now and then, I'm tired, and then you gotta wait because you get to a truck stop and there's like 50 people in the shower line, and I'm like, I'm not getting in my bed with this funk all over me. Some of y'all do that and you need to quit. But I have a strict rule at night, and this is for physical health and mental health. First of all, if you got sweaty and stuff the day before, take a shower before you go to bed, because that's freaking nasty if you get in your bed and you're dirty. Second of all, I don't care when my 10 hours is up, I am getting 7 hours of sleep. Minimum of 7 hours of sleep. If I go over my 10-hour clock because of that 7-hour rule, it is what it is. I don't function well if I have less than 7 hours of sleep. So, and I mean, you gotta give your body time to recuperate. I think it's suggested that what is it, like 7 to 9 or 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. It gives your body time to heal, your brain time to reset and everything. There's going to be a bunch of people saying, "Oh, well, I can function off of 4 hours of sleep." No, it's stupid. You're going to end up hurting yourself or somebody else. Anyway, let me step up off my soapbox. What I'm getting at though is I'm pretty good with my clock most of the time. There have been a handful of occasions, I may even go as far to say several occasions, where if I shut down at 6 p.m., that allows me to start back up at 4 a.m., but I might not start back up until 5 or 6 a.m. just because, delivery times and everything, it works out. You gotta do your job, but keep in mind, if you're not operating at 100%, that's going to reflect in your work. Man, it is freaking cold here. It is, I think it's like, it is 47 degrees, and I swear to God, the wind is blowing like 20 mile an hour out there because it is cold. It is cold. Through the whole 120,000 miles, this is strictly flatbed. I am a lumber and sheetrock securing pro now. If I never did another load of sheetrock in my life, I would be happy. I would be happy, really, seriously. What else have I learned? I've gotten my eating habits pretty much dialed down now. Oh, I switched my little shelving system on my second bunk into drawers. I had the bright idea to do that. Do not do that, by the way, because it did not last half a day before them drawers came flying this way. The straps I had holding the shelves down had split the sides of them. So I was like, oh, I need to do something different. So I decided to put drawers in. It was too cumbersome to get up in there and get stuff out of it anyway too. So I ended up buying some more shelves, same ones that I had in there earlier. I just strapped them down differently. I've got there's 2 little pegs on the rear wall that hold that bed up whenever you fold it up. I've got it strapped around that, and then on the corners of the top of the shelves instead of pulling straight down on it. Works just as good, if not better. So if you're kind of hesitant to get with Roehl because of the whole 120,000 mile thing, don't be. The year goes by relatively fast. I'm happy with my pay now. I ain't gonna tell you how much I make though, cause it's none of your business. But I'd make a decent wage. It could always be better. I feel like I would say that anywhere I went there. Yeah. So if it's the 120,000 mile contract that's holding you back, don't worry about it. I mean, you got to get your experience somewhere. They're a good company to work with. The 65 mile per hour governed truck does suck, but it really only matters when you're, some of these roads most of the interstates we get on, 67, 68, it could be beneficial, but I've never really found myself going, man, I wish I could go an extra 5 mile an hour faster or something. And then like the stuff I haul now, the oversized stuff, you actually, by law, you can't go fast. So with this load right here, I think we did 120 miles Thursday. We did a little over 140 Friday. I think we got 140 more to go tomorrow to get to the destination. Same thing with some of the tractors and stuff. You just can't pull 600 mile days like you could with like a load of lumber or something, or steel. And all, would I recommend Roehl? Yes, I'd still recommend Roehl. So it seems to be a good company. Now that it ain't gonna work out for everybody. That's just a numbers game. Some of y'all are gonna get butthurt about stuff because that's what you do. And some of you will make the most out of it because that's what you do. I feel like it's all about your outlook. But as far as them actually teaching you how to drive, teaching you, how to do paperwork and all that stuff and what everything means. I feel like they went above and beyond that. And that's pretty much, that's the reason why I got into the RGM fleet, is because it forces you to use your brain a little bit more. Because regular flatbed gets a little monotonous. I'm sure dry van and reefer does too. Nothing against dry van and reefer fleet. I just feel like if you do flatbed, you can do dry van and reefer, no problem. It's really, the past year is you get used to how the truck drives too, and how different loads, really how the trailer drives, how different loads and different weight positions affect the trailer and how it turns. Because a 40,000 pound coil is going to make your trailer move a lot differently than 40,000 pounds of just steel or lumber that uses up the entire trailer. Don't even get me started on this RGN trailer, because it's got a mind of its own, depending on what you're hauling. We'll talk a little bit about money though, because money is a factor. So you get your base cent per mile or whatever, and you get your tarp stuff and your detention and your a layover pay if you're doing a layover. But then you get safety bonuses. You get seasonal surge bonuses. I like to call that holiday pay, which we'll end up getting one in December and February or March, I think it is. It's like peak season pay. And you're working on a holiday, you get paid for the holiday. So it raises your intake up a little bit. They've taken care of me. I'm actually taking vacation towards the end of the year, paid vacation towards the end of the year. All in all, I would, if I had a time machine and could go back and tell my younger self last year, if I were to ask, did I make the right decision going to Roehl? I would say yes. And if you were to find me on the street and say, hey, you think I should go through Roehl? I would say yes. Now, I haven't been with any other company, so I don't know how they operate. There's somebody beeping at somebody out there. Y'all better get it together. I think he might have been honking at us. Anyway, if I were to meet some of y'all out on the street or whatever, and you were wondering or not if you should take the leap to Roehl, I would say yes. Yes, good company to work for. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And again, just stick the year out, and if you want to go and work for somebody else, go for it. Don't leave. What's the saying? Don't burn any bridges, because if you leave on good terms, you can always come back. You never know what life is going to throw at you. What do y'all do, by the way? Do y'all actually watch these videos, or do you just turn them on and use it as background noise like a podcast or something? I've always wondered that. Let me know in the comments if you don't mind. Tentatively this weekend, I'll be resetting near my lady, and we'll be cooking, meal prepping for my week. I usually bring out 6 or 7 meals with me. I'll break it down for you, show you what I eat, how I cook it, and why I cook it. Because if the last year hasn't taught anybody anything, it's that we should be doing a better job of taking care of our bodies. I'm just gonna leave that out there like that. Because if a lot of us were a lot more healthy than we are, we wouldn't have anything to worry about. So I'm gonna show y'all my little eating and health habits. So as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, if you are looking to apply at Roehl, fill out the application through my my driver referral link in the description. That's the only way you're gonna get free money. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Stay safe out there.